Hey gang, BA here with the Blockchain Cartel. Hope everybody's having a really good weekend. It's Saturday, January 15th, 2022. Here with another video, and tonight's video is the weekend update, what's transpired over the last week and a half or so, and some of the top coins I'm looking at, constantly focusing on for the next leg up in this market. Hey, I just want to remind everybody here at the Cartel, we're here to help you learn about crypto investing, show you how we trade, and why we're so focused on crypto going forward. Before we begin, we're not financial advisors, can't offer advice. Crypto investing is extremely risky. You can lose everything you put in certain projects. So what I talk about here in these videos are positions I have, how I trade, invest, things I'm looking at, actions I'm taking. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, can't do one of these without the cartel narrative. 3 areas that we believe are going to play out. Number 1, legacy stock market investments models are dying. Bitcoin will outperform legacy investments going forward. And then we believe that we can simply beat and trounce the returns by holding Bitcoin if we focus on low cap crypto gems. All right, let's move into tonight's topics. All right, so first thing we want to do is let's expand this out right here and get over to Bitcoin. All right, so this is your market update for Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're going to kick it off with Bitcoin first. So based on where Bitcoin is in this lower end of its range over the last 2 months, long-term investors, I see this as an accumulation zone. For traders, it's wait and see. You don't want to trade to the long side until we start breaking through some of these key levels right here, and we haven't so far, so wait and see mode. Hey, listen, after scaring the children and dropping outside of the box in this consolidation zone that was established on 4 December, Bitcoin pulled back inside. Okay, so this was a panic move down, this bar on 4 December. So that's where I usually trace out the box. It's these panic moves down are easy to recognize. All right, so this pattern right here, it's called a peak below and fell. It happens the same on tops. Look up here. It peaked above this height, failed, and never came back. See how it consolidated there and then just kept going down? We may be at that stage in this move here. So peaking below, moving back inside the box, probabilities are that down move is over. Not an absolute certainty, but probabilities. All right, so it's a natural ploy for traders, investors, them and they, to force markets down below these lows, try to get traders short, try to get long-term investors to puke out their positions, and then they buy it back up. That game's as old as the markets are. It never stops. It happens in all markets and all time frames. All right, so let's take a look at Ethereum. All right, so Ethereum right now, this is first thing I want to show you is the relationship of Ethereum versus Bitcoin. You'll see the symbol up there. It's ETH BTC. So all this is a ratio, and whichever symbol is first in an up move, for example, it shows that Ethereum is gaining faster than Bitcoin is. Same as can be said for here. We put a bottom in, and now Ethereum is gaining on Bitcoin. Okay, that's all I really want to know in this chart right here. Which one's stronger? Which one's weaker? Right now, Ethereum is gaining on Bitcoin. All right, let's take a look at Ethereum proper. All right, so you'll notice this last one was, the symbol was ETH/BTC. All right, so I paired those up against each other. It creates a ratio. All right, so all cryptocurrencies trade in pairs measured against either another crypto or most likely against a fiat. So ETH is measured against US dollars here. When you see these symbols I have on my chart against USDT, it's the US dollar equivalent in crypto. So USDT is Tether, US dollars in Tether. So pegged to the dollar looks the same. So that's what that is. All right, so ETH right now trading for 33.26. You see ETH right here bouncing around its point of control for the high volume node. That's fairly significant. This downtrend line here, you can see, just like on Bitcoin, we didn't talk about that, but you know, when I first plotted this downtrend line, you know, it's called the swing out method, according to Peter Resnick. That's what he called this. It's just the proper way to draw a trend line. So you take the trend line, you swing it down. The first point, that's where you get your angle from. So you can see market Bitcoin touched it there, it bounced down. It hit it here, bounced down, then closed above, but it couldn't hold. It failed, and look where it closed, right there on the trend line. We danced around, going down. It rallied up, tried to get away from it, and then look where it closed, right there on the trend line again. If you don't think these geometric angles are not important, you certainly haven't plotted and played with trend lines, you know, to the tune of hundreds of thousands. So anyway, those things are very important. All right, getting back to ETH. So it's probably natural to see ETH at least rally back up here, 34.78, up to this trend line, you know, the 35.70s. That's a natural retracement point, even if we're in a bear trend. So we're hoping it gets back up there, just cuts through that like knife going through hot butter. All right, so that's Ethereum and Bitcoin. So for Ethereum traders and investors in this area here, especially at the point of control in the high volume node, you know, it's an accumulation zone. For traders, you still want to wait. I would want to wait. I'm going to wait until key levels are taken out before I want to start jumping back in and trading in the portfolios. Okay, so let's move down to some of the hottest sectors. Okay, should be no surprise to you that some of the hottest sectors that we're going to be concerning ourselves with is metaverse, gaming. That's two of the sectors right there. So let's just take a look at, let me expand this out. We're going to go over here to CoinGecko and take a look at, once you open up CoinGecko, if you would go here, you probably already know about this, but if you move your cursor over coins, you'll see categories. Just click on that, and this has all of the ecosystem. It's broken down in different categories. So we're just going to go down here and find metaverse, number 25. There's some gaming stuff too. A lot of these are the same. Metaverse and gaming, a lot of them are the very same. All right, so you can see here it has the top coins by market cap. That's how this is listed. If you want to see, you know, what's done good in the last 24 hours, yeah, just click on that right there and see how these things are doing. The last 7 days, you can take a look at that. So we'll go back, resort it market cap, and all right, so some of the top coins that I like, they're in the top tier is, of course, I like Sandbox, I like Engine Coin, I like Render Token, Illuvium, I have some Vulcan Forged, I have Remark. I'm going to break down Remark and Render Token here in separate videos because it's just such, those two are so interesting plays on the gaming space, but we'll do separate videos on those. As we move further down the list, and you can see the market cap is shrinking. You know, these are $150 million and lower. You know, I have some Red Fox, Avagoche. Let's see what else as we get further down the list here. Some interesting ones that are not popping up here. Let's see. I have some Netvark. Here are, I'm going to pull these up so you can see them. Monkey Ball. We have Monkey Ball. It's on Gate.io. Yeah, it can be purchased on Gate.io. I just added some more today. So if you ever want to go check the websites out, it's got all the info up here, and you can go check these out. This game is hyped, really big. None of the games are moving right now, simply because nothing's moving right now. Everything is in a downtrend, to include gaming platforms. Another one that's not on here that I really like is Sidus Heroes. That one is, yeah, I've bought it on Gate.io as well. And let's see, and again, you can go right to their website if you want to check them out. I've been told that all the gamers really like the graphics on this to play, and yeah, so I'm not a gamer, wouldn't know a good game if I saw one, but I can recognize when they have a lot of support from the communities. All right, so those are just some of the gaming tokens that I really like. I have positions in, and then a couple of. Let's go back here. A couple of blue chippers. Next category. You can't go wrong with Link. I can't say enough about Link. It seems to be the one thing that's tied to just about every ecosystem, every blockchain application. And they just keep onboarding new partners every day. So Chainlink down in these areas right here, not a bad place. You can look at it from a monthly. You're like, oh my gosh! I mean, that was just a phenomenal run in Chainlink. I've held through all this. I was let's see. I started buying right back in here at these $1.40, $1.50 ranges. Bought some more at about $2.50 or $3, but I don't plan on selling Chainlink until this bull market's over with. So I still think it's in a buy zone at the current time, and you make your own, do your own research, make your own calls. Another good project, of course, you can't turn away from is Matic, just in an incredible bull market run. I mean, just higher lows all the way around for as far back as you can see. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. So this thing has hardly been shaken in the last 2 months, holding up very well. So Matic is another one that you could probably buy right here. The use case for this, of course, it rides in on the Ethereum chain. It makes everything cheaper on the Ethereum chain, faster. If you can't appreciate that, yeah, I don't know what would trip your trigger. But this thing is, I think, a no-brainer. If you've ever done business on the Ethereum chain, you pay through the nose and fees. And it's the biggest and the baddest out there right now. So this aims to help Ethereum move right along. Okay, so far we've covered metaverse, gaming, and some blue chips. Top ecosystems, we're going to hit Polkadot, accumulation zone, Luna. Luna just keeps powering up. Accumulation zone was back in here when it was underneath its resistance levels. So, I mean, you buy now at your own risk, but do I think it's going to stop here at these highs? Nope. I think it's going to wrap a lot higher than this right here. But anyway, I think there's other layer 1 solutions where you could find a little more risk reward. So Solana, another one, accumulation zone for long-term holders. FTM, this one is kind of like Luna. There's just a lot of good stuff going on the Phantom network right now. The accumulation zone for this one was back here. I just started a position back in this area. I certainly didn't get in anywhere back here, but I got in at this spot. So I'm not adding any more right now to FTM, but this is the Phantom network, and it's looking really good. Last, maybe the best. Here we go, AVAX. So AVAX got a good shot at chipping away at Ethereum. Again, I think it's in an accumulation zone right here. You can make your own calls, but the top ecosystems I just called out are, I think, some of your best plays. And if you didn't go any further down from Ethereum and Bitcoin, once you start building your portfolios and you just stayed with some of the top layer ones that I called out, you'll be just fine. All right, staking protocols. We are in. Let me see if I can pull that up. Let's go over here to the deck screener and take a look. So we're in the Time Wonderland protocol. Wrapped memo is just how you get the Time protocol into their staking program. So this is what we're into right here. A lot of the guys have followed us in. Hey, just be on the lookout for your BSGG tokens. The airdrop that's coming to us hopefully tomorrow sometime. So we'll find out. Anyway, no other updates on the memo token right now. Hey, what have I done lately? I closed out this trade right here. Let's take a look at it and see how it's currently doing. Yeah, so this morning, about right in here, I closed out my final trade in Axia coin. We got in back down here at it was like $1.80. And we closed that whole trade out for $8.28. So we took profits at 108% and then closed the rest out at 340 some odd percent. What did I do with the money? I took the profits in that and added to my two interesting plays that I told you about. Remark, which is in an accumulation zone, and Render Token in an accumulation zone. So that's what I did with the profits there. And let's take a look at all right, so here is, I haven't updated you guys in a while on our portfolio, but for those of you that may be watching for the first time, let me go back here and show you. So our narrative, the third area in our pie chart here, we're aiming to, our objective is to prove that we can trounce Bitcoin returns by simply focusing on low cap crypto gems. That's where I spend just about all my time focusing. All right, so here are the results. We started September 30th. We started with 1,100 in capital, again, just to prove. Of course, all these tokens I have in this little small portfolio. In my trading portfolio, I have in another trading portfolio as well, larger positions. So we start with 1,100. Currently, right now, we're up 62.23%. Okay. For me, that's nothing to write home about. since we've been in it for 15 weeks. We're up 62%, but what's the most important thing is we're absolutely busting the returns of Bitcoin over the same time. Bitcoin's actually lost 1%, almost 2% for the same time period, and the S&P has actually gained 8.26%. So we believe Bitcoin is going to trounce S&P going forward quarter by quarter, and that we're going to completely hand Bitcoin its hiney over quarter after quarter. So here's a graph showing you this blue equity curve is our strategy, our flagship portfolio. You can see here I missed about 5 days of reporting or capturing data for this. This is currently where we're at in all the portfolios. They were all going down, so no issue. And you can see here Bitcoin is the orange. It's actually underneath the S&P, which is the white equity curve. All right, so that's kind of our wrap up right there. Let me see. Just be ready. Next leg up. Next leg up is going to surprise everybody. Hopefully you've been able to at least participate and get your feet into a couple of these protocols here. You want to learn a little bit, get the feel of this stuff, and when we get out of the next bull market and we have our next crash, that's when we should really look at hopefully catching the hockey stick for the hockey stick formation of the adoption curve, which is unbelievable gains to the upside. All right, that's all I have for you tonight. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and this is BA signing off.